From Marco to South Naples, CCSO catches up with an out-of-control stolen van.
And not good in the neighborhood. This driver faces a felony for trying to elude our deputies on this week's Rambosk Report. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Rambosk Report. I'm Adam Fisher.
And I'm Andrea Jones. We begin today with that pursuit, that white van Tuesday afternoon. A call came into dispatch just after 3:30 p.m. describing a reckless driver. Take a listen.
I want to report a very dangerous driver. He just turned down on Elkham. He was driving over the shoulder of Marco on the bridge, cut across traffic, then turned around on the Buttonwood, then came back out again and zipping down. He just turned left on Elkham. I've never seen anything like this before.
It turns out that van was stolen and had also been pursued by Marco PD. That was before heading north recklessly on Collier Boulevard. At one point, the suspect pulled across the median and went against traffic and into the Lowe's parking lot at the intersection of Collier and 41. It quickly managed to turn back northbound. However, CCSO deputies caught up when the front tire arm broke on the van. 24-year-old Montero Perez was arrested and faces multiple felonies, including grand theft auto and fleeing from law enforcement.
CCSO stops a reckless driver from putting residents of a local neighborhood at risk. Late Monday, a deputy on patrol spotted a silver Infiniti speeding on Santa Barbara Boulevard. The Infiniti took off through a strip mall parking lot, committing several traffic infractions. Our deputy attempted a traffic stop, but the car fled, racing at dangerous speeds through a neighborhood. The driver went more than twice the speed limit and turned off his lights to try to elude CCSO. However, we quickly caught up and arrested 19-year-old Daniel Sanchez, who is now charged with a felony for fleeing law enforcement.
And now to a convicted felon arrested for the third time this year, this time for grand theft involving an e-bike. The bike's owner had lent it to a friend who took it with him to a barber shop along Radio Road. Despite locking it up, when the friend returned, the lock was cut and the bike was gone. The owner was able to track it thanks to an air tag, and it was discovered in the back of the parking lot being taken apart by 49-year-old Charles Holsworth. Holsworth was arrested and charged with grand theft, a felony. And Adam, unfortunately, these thefts are becoming more and more common nationwide.
Yeah, that's right, and it's because they can be easier to steal and they can be quite the prize. But there are steps you can take to avoid being a victim. First and foremost, always lock your e-bike to something solid and use two locks if you can. Run one through the tires, one through the frame. Then take out the battery and take it with you after you park your bike. Also, put identifying marks on your bike, take pictures of it, and record the serial number. That's going to make it easier to find if it is stolen. You can register your e-bike at bikeindex.org, which is a nonprofit website that assists law enforcement nationwide in finding these stolen e-bikes.
And speaking of e-bikes, they seem to be on everyone's mind, parents especially. But what are the rules? Turns out Adam just wrapped up the latest sworn statement podcast on this very topic.
Yeah, that's right. We spoke with one of our traffic sergeants about what everyone needs to know, all the different rules and regulations for all the different types of e-bikes when it comes to these scooters, e-bikes, e-motos. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts.
Good info. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you here next week.